There's a person hanging from a tree. They appear to be deceased. I will show you code 3, please.
Copy, copy.
1073, copy. 73, copy. I'm sorry, Lieutenant.
1 Lincoln 27, I'll show you around 03 says 9.
Hi, I'm Angela, and I work as a freelance breaking news videographer. What a lot of people call a stringer, or if you've ever seen the movie Nightcrawler, it's the same profession, except that I don't commit crimes to get the story. My job is to monitor police scanners, respond to breaking news, film it, and then sell the footage to local television stations. And a lot of times people only see the final product on TV or online. What you don't see are the decisions behind the scenes, the calls that I don't go to, and why. So today I want to walk you through one example that's been circulating around Oakland. The case in Dimond Heights on June 30th, when a black man was found hanging from a tree. Many people have been asking, why wasn't the media there? Why didn't this get covered? And those are all fair questions. And I want to explain from the perspective of media ethics and from the standpoint of a freelance stringer like me, why I chose not to go. Here in Oakland, a lot of us use the Citizen app. It's handy, but it has its limit. And what the public saw that morning was a very short line. Report of a person hanging from a tree. That was it. No follow-up, no updates. Citizen rarely continues monitoring scanner traffic unless it's a very major incident. So from there, word of mouth filled in the blanks. Someone in the Citizen chat said that it was a black man. That information spread, and people on Citizen and social media understandably started asking, is this a lynching? Why didn't we know more? Why isn't the media reporting this? And I want to pause here and say the community has every right to question everything. That's healthy. We should demand answers when something doesn't feel right, but my job here is to explain why the media wasn't there. What a lot of people don't realize is that this is how the media actually finds out about their stories, is through police scanner communications. And I went back and pulled the scanner audio from that morning. Citizen app only gave you the first line. But what came after that tells a very different story. Very quickly, the call was classified as a 913. That is the police code for self-unalive. And they said it multiple times. I'm going to play the audio for you from that morning. Now, this is edited because it would have been all of the scanner traffic from all of the calls going on at that same time across the city. So what I've done is just edited it down to this one incident and removed all of that other traffic.
Units break for 913 on 16 yellow. It's going to be parked in Lamert. Need a unit to break for this. There's a person that's hanging from a tree. Park in Lamert. Need a unit to break for this 913, 16 yellow. Park in Lamert. Item 17, 904.
21, copy.
It's going to be parked in Lamert. Park in Lamert. It's going to be on the Bayview Trail off of Lamert. There's a person hanging from a tree. They appear to be deceased. I will show you code 3, please.
Copy, copy.
1073, copy. 73, copy. I'm sorry, Lieutenant.
1 Lincoln 27, I'll show you around 03 says 913. Will be 22 at the Bridge Drive in Boulevard. It's going to be a person deceased hanging from a tree.
Are you showing that copy, code 3?
And one item.
And 1 item 17, you can 938. It's coming up on 22 X-ray. I'll show you 9 and put you back on the DOA.
Jack, that's in Charleston Road. So,
What unit was that?
129.
29, a copy. One tax. 51, I'll show you. Tax 51, I'll show you around as well.
1 Lincoln 75, I'll go through a unit to us.
Copy. One tax 51, do you copy?
311. 41 copy.
311.
Can I get the incident number, please?
198.
And also, unit be advised, the subject is a male black, unknown age, blue windbreaker jacket, and unknown pants. And units responding to the 913.
It's going to be on the same, and I'm with contact 31.
RP is going to be standing at the Learmont Bridge View. Put PJ pants on and an olive top.
To the, seriously.
Now, once that code, the 913, goes out and it's classified as a self-unaliving, the decision's basically made. Newsrooms won't dispatch crews, and freelancers like me are not going to go. Why? Because a 913 is not news. It's a tragedy. It's someone's worst day. Covering it would be disrespectful to the families. Imagine finding out your loved one passed via 913 because you saw it on the 6 o'clock news. That's why you don't even see it mentioned in obituaries typically. Now, yes, in certain situations, if the person is a public figure or if there's a clear public safety angle or something that might make it newsworthy, that's a different situation. But most of the time, it's very private, and the ethical decision is best not to cover it. And just for context, there are also other cues that we listen for when it's an actual crime scene while listening to the scanner. The radio fills up with chatter, things like setting up perimeters or establishing a crime scene log, or requesting a dignity screen. These are all things that let people, the news, the press, people like me listening to the scanner, know that there's actually an active crime scene versus a 913. And none of that happened. Once it was labeled a 913, the chatter sort of dropped off. And that's another clear indicator to the media that this was not being treated as a crime scene, which is why you didn't see any coverage. So what's the takeaway here? First, for the public, keep asking questions. Always. It's right. It's so right to demand transparency from law enforcement and from media. But when it comes to the media, don't assume that silence is a cover-up, because sometimes silence is respect and sometimes silence is an ethical decision. And second, for anyone thinking about working as a stringer, know that covering 913s is not only unethical, it's bad for business. Stations aren't going to buy that footage, and families will resent you for showing up. Your reputation will be at risk, which is everything in this line of work. And it's not worth it. Part of the job is knowing when to run out the door with my camera, and the other part is knowing when to stay home. And in this case, despite how OPD might have determined that this was a 913, my decision to not cover it was based on that. So that's why I didn't cover the Dimond Heights case. Not because it wasn't serious, not because the questions aren't valid, but because ethically, professionally, and humanly, it wasn't my story to cover. This work isn't just about what we shoot, it's also about what we don't shoot.